Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be doing some spare ribs, okay? And we're going to be cooking spare ribs on the old Weber kettle, and we're going to be cooking them with a rub that I'm putting together that is called orange pepper rub, okay? So I know you guys have heard of lemon pepper, but today we're going to be trying out an orange pepper rub, okay? So we bought some orange pepper seasoning and we grinded it up to a fine powder, and we're going to mix it, show you how we're going to mix it together, and then we're going to put it on some spare ribs. We're going to stick it out on the Weber kettle, okay? Today we're going to be using Kingsford natural hardwood briquettes. This is the last of the bag I have here, so we're going to finish that up. We're going to also be using navel orange wood for our smoke, okay? I bought this off of Amazon some time ago, so check out Amazon if you're interested in using some navel orange wood chunks, okay? And we're gonna be lighting our fire with some tumbleweeds, okay? I love these things, okay? So hey, let's go ahead and get the Weber fired up, and then we'll come back and we'll do the rub. We'll get these ribs prepped up, and we'll see how this whole thing turns out. Let's get it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and set up our Weber kettle now, okay? First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put our wood chunks underneath our charcoal, okay? Got this tip from Harry Sue, okay? From Slap Your Daddy Barbecue. Supposedly, if you put your wood chunks underneath your charcoal, they do more of a smoldering than burning, so they last longer and they produce a lot more smoke. So we're gonna put these, a few pieces, and put about 6 pieces down here at the bottom. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna put our charcoal on top of our wood chunks. Like so. All right. And we're gonna use one of these tumbleweeds, and I'm gonna burn the tumbleweed from one corner, and it should give us several hours of low and slow burning time once we get the temperature dialed in, okay? So start our tumbleweed here. We'll light it up. And that's it. Once the tumbleweed starts to burn and the coals in the corner where the tumbleweeds are ash over, then I'll go ahead and put the top on it, and then we'll try to dial it in, okay? Okay, so that's about it. Let's go ahead and get our rub prepped and get our ribs prepped, okay? Hang around. All right, guys, so we got our Weber going in the back here, and she's coming up to temp. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put our rub together, okay? So this is called orange pepper rub, okay? And I kind of misspoke earlier. I said that we went out and bought some orange pepper. What I meant to say is we bought some orange peel, okay? Just like you can buy lemon peel. We bought a dry spice called orange peel. And because the flakes was a little big, I wasn't feeling that. So I took those flakes and I put them into my spice grinder, and I grind them down to more of a powdery consistency. So that's what we have here. So our first ingredients is 6 tablespoons of orange peel, okay? We'll put that in our shaker. All right, and I'll put this over here. Then we have 2 tablespoons of black pepper, our pepper part of our orange pepper rub. Okay, and then we have, where is it? There it is. We have 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, okay? All right, then we have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And that's our rub, okay? So we're gonna put the top on here, and we're gonna swirl this around until it's well mixed. Actually, I'll put my hands on the top of it and shake it up a little bit. And there we have it. Have our orange pepper rub, okay? All right, so let's get the guest of honor, get him in here, get him oiled down, and get him sprinkled. All right, guys, so we have our St. Louis style baby, not baby backs, St. Louis style ribs in here. And I've already removed the membrane. Now, I never show you guys removing the membrane because there are plenty of videos out there on YouTube showing how to remove the membrane from a slab of ribs. But if you guys want me to do that, then let me know and I'll make a video on doing that. Okay, so we're gonna spray it down with some olive oil. Okay, little Pam olive oil. All right, I find this is easier to use than just straight olive oil because the dispersal pattern is much better. All right, so we're gonna hit our ribs up with our orange pepper rub. Okay, and I'm not gonna be shy on this. Going to hit it pretty liberally. Okay. You can smell the orange. You can smell the orange peel in this rub. So I was going to come up with an orange glaze to go with it. However, I wanted to taste how the orange rub would do. So next time, if this comes out beast delicious, then then I'll make an orange glaze to go along with it. Okay. So all right, we got it hit pretty good. All right, so we're gonna cover it back up. We're gonna let it sit here and let the rub absorb some of the moisture out of the rib, and then we're gonna get it on the Weber. So hang around, don't go nowhere. All right, guys, so our Weber has reached an internal temperature of 225 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and put our ribs on. They look really nice. You can smell that orange peel in the rub. So let's go ahead and get these on. Nice and smoky with the orange wood. And there we have it. Okay, so we're gonna let these go for about 2 hours. We'll come back and check them. I'm not gonna spritz them with anything, and we'll go back. We're gonna wrap these in butcher's paper today, and we're gonna let them ride out for about 4.5 to 5 hours until they're bendable tender. Okay, so hey, hang around, don't go nowhere. Come on back in 2 hours, and watch us go ahead and wrap these bad boys up. All right, guys. So our ribs have been on for 2 hours. It's time to take them off and wrap them. Let me get my paper ready. Like I said, we're gonna be using butcher paper today. Hopefully I can wrap this by myself. That's one thing that's difficult sometimes when you're cooking by yourself. It's hard to wrap by yourself, but if you turn the butcher paper the way that the butcher paper curl against the table, it'll hold it in place. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, that look good. That look good. All right. So we got our ribs here. And like I said, we're not going to spray them or we're not going to do anything. I'm not going to put anything on there with them. We're just going to wrap them up and let them go. See if I can get the ends. Wrap. There we go. Wrap and wrap. All right. So we're going to stick these back in here, away from the fire. Close this back up. Now we're gonna let these stay in the kettle for another 2 hours. That'll be 4 hours total. And then when we unwrap them, then we'll tell whether or not they have to go on for another half an hour to an hour or so unwrapped, okay? We have been able to hold 252 degrees consistent with the slow and sear and with the ports of the Kettle Weber set. Just by experience, we've been using the slow and sear and the Weber for quite some time together. So, but anyway, we'll see you in a couple hours and we'll see how these things turn out. All right, guys, so our ribs have been on for a total of 4 hours. We've been in the butcher paper for 2 hours. So now it's time to get them off and just get them back on the Weber kettle unwrapped. All right, so let's go ahead and open these up, see what we got. Oh, we got juice everywhere, all on top of my logo. Hopefully that all cleans up. All right, the ribs look good. Got some nice pullback started. Got a lot of juiciness, so we're gonna put these back on the grill for another hour. And we'll be ready for a taste test, all right? So hey, hang around, don't go nowhere. All right, guys, so our ribs have come off of the Weber. Total cook time about 5 hours, 4 hours and about 45 minutes. I wanted to wait until the ribs kind of broke in the middle or started breaking in the middle before I pulled them off. Got a little slight pull back on the bone, so let's see what we got here. If I can shoo all these flies away, as soon as you break out food, they come from everywhere. Oh, go on about your business, fly. All right, so here's our ribs. They got some nice color on them. Nice and tender. They've been sitting here under the foil probably for about 15 minutes or so. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into them and have a taste test. They smell fantastic. I hope they taste as well as they smell. All right, so let's flip them over. Nice and juicy, nice and tender. All right, cut in between a couple bones. Like so, voila. Get another bone cut here. Man, they're really juicy. Let's see. Got a nice smoke ring on them. I don't know if you can see the smoke ring here, but a nice smoke ring on them. So, all right. So remember, this is supposed to be an orange pepper rub. So we'll see exactly how this come out. Let me cover this back up right quick so Jimmy and the boys don't have fun while I'm having my taste test, okay? All right, so here we go. But they got some great flavor to them, great bite through. They're nice and juicy and moist. The orange flavor is there, but not as pronounced as I wish it would have been. I think instead of putting 6 tablespoons of orange peel in the rub, next time I'll double it up and leave all the other ingredients the same. I can taste a slight citrusy orange flavor, but it's not as pronounced as I wanted it to be. But the ribs are very, very good. Ribs are very, very good. Look at that. Bite clean from the bone, okay? Well, that's about it. Like I say, if you want to try this recipe, you might want to increase the amount of orange peel that you put into your rub. And we use that orange wood from that I got off of Amazon, so I'll put the link down the bottom of the description block. But that's about it. So that's all we have time for today. Hey, I want to thank the Slow and Sear folks from S&S Grills. They sent us that Slow and Sears over a year ago, and the thing still performs fantastic. So I'll put a link down for the S&S Grill Company. You can check them out if you want to. But that's about it. So like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there and a hell of a lot of flies trying to get to your food. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker. Maybe an orange marmalade glaze to go along with this, huh? Maybe next time. Great rib, though.